So, hello everybody. Because Nico is not here, I will back him up. So, we work together at this specification to the Schematron quick fix. And I will try to do my best for this presentation. So, my name is Octavian Nadolu. I'm part of the Oxygen team. And together with Nico, we start to work at Schematron quick fix specification, and I will tell you a few things about this. So the idea was, okay, we have the errors, we know the message, and Schematron provides the support to see the messages, but it will be important to have also some actions that will correct them. So it will be more easy for the users. And it's similar with the spell check proposal. So you have a spelling problem, then you'll have also some proposals where you can select to fix this spelling problem. So the idea was, okay, you have the Schematron, you can, the Schematron rule, you can create a code that will allow you to fix this problem. And you can display very easily when you see a problem, you could display these actions that will allow you to correct. Like, okay, you have here a problem, then you can have some actions that will allow you to insert the correct proposals. To apply a fix, you could just select some of the actions, and this will automatically modify your document and will display the correct information. And XML, it's validated with Schematron. And you can have these SQF fixes integrated in the Schematron language that will allow you to fix also the problems when you to generate the actions when you validate the XML document. So Schematron quick fix called also SQF, it's a project that was developed within the W3C community group. And we started here in Prague in 2014, and the first draft was, I think, in 2016, and the second draft was in 2018. So the fix, it looks something like this. You have this rule, the Schematron rule here, which tests something. So it has a report. And then you see that you have this annotation added on the report. So the Schematron quick fix is an extension of the Schematron language. It will not affect the Schematron language because it allows you the Schematron allows you to add elements and attributes from different namespaces. So the Schematron will still be valid if you add this type of quick fixes in the Schematron. So you can add this annotation on the report that points to a fix, and then you can define different operations in the fix that will correct the problem. So you can define the description of the fix. You can define the operation. In my case here, it's an SQF delete that will delete some comments from the document. So the Schematron quick fix must have a unique ID, which should be referred. Then you need to have a title, a description of the fix that will be presented to the user when he will select the action. And then there are 4 operations available. There is the add, delete, replace, and string replace operation. And these are how you should specify the ID. So the ID is specified in the ID attribute on the SQF fix. Then the title, the description, and then the operations after the description. And how the quick fix is presented, this depends on the implementation. I have some screenshots here from Oxygen. Nico has also a plugin that it's available in Oxygen, but also as a separate plugin, and presents something similar. So you have the problem, and then related to the problem, you have the fixes that will allow you to select what you want to do. In Oxygen, we compile this SQF language in our format, and then we communicate with Oxygen to present these problems. In Nico implementation, all is done with XSL, and then he generates the fixes from XSL. For the add operation, so this operation will allow you to add one or more nodes in the document, and here you need to specify the target. So by default, the target where the operation will be performed is the rule context, but you can change this target by using this attribute. So in our case, you see that the rule context is the head, but you can change the target on the title, and then you can specify that you want to insert an element, and in the target, you specify the name of the element that is inserted, and the node type specify the type of node that is inserted. The content specify the content of the operation. So this operation would add a title with a title element with a title text. And if you want to change the context, you need to use this context attribute. So the add operation has a target, and then you have this select that allows you to specify what you want to insert in case you want to insert some content from the document, or you can insert, or you can define directly in the operation the content that you want to insert. Can be static, but also you can use XSL or other extensions to provide content in the operation. And if you want to change the location where the operation will be performed, you can use this match attribute that will allow you to specify a different location where the operation will be performed. Then is the delete operation, and it has a similar structure, and also here you specify what you want to delete. So the context of the operation, it's also the context of the rule, and in my case, I specify here that I want to delete the XMLlang attribute. So you can change the context using this match attribute. The structure of the delete operation is very simple, so it has only this match attribute. So just specify what you want to delete. For the replace operation, you have the match attribute that specifies what you want to replace, and the content can be specified either inside the operation, as I did here, using the value of, or you can specify it using the select attribute. And I have here also the structure of the operation. So you have the match attribute that allows you to specify the context of the operation. So in case you want to change, for example, in other parts of the document, make modifications in other parts of the document, you can use this match attribute. Then you can specify what you want to replace using the select attribute, and the content that you want to replace with, you can use the node type and the target, or you can insert it directly in the body of the operation as the content of the replace operation, as I did here with the XSL, with the value of select. Then there is also the string replace operation, which is a little bit more powerful because it allows you to use regular expression and make modification on a string. So it's a little bit different from the replace operation. And here you can use this match to specify what you want to match, where you want to make the modification. And you need to always have in the string replace operation some text node matches. So either the rule matches some text nodes, or you need to specify in the string operation the text nodes that you want to be modified. Then you can use some regular expressions, so you can point the locations in the string where you want to make the modification. And also here you can specify the content that you want to insert directly in the body, as content of the string replace element, or you can specify using the select attribute. So here's also the model, so you have this match and the regular expression. There are also other elements that you can use. So you can also extend fixes, you can call fixes, you can pass parameters, you can group, you can define, using user entry, you can define a value that must be set manually by the user. So when you use this element user entry, a pop-up will display you some information that needs to be inserted. So for example, you need to insert an element, but you need to provide from the user the name of the element. So you can define this using this user entry element. In Oxygen, we support this SQF language. We provide content completion validation, and we provide the framework so you can edit this type of documents. And the benefits of the SQF will be that it will help you to correct the problems. It will help you to refactor content. So when you have a problem, you can make different modifications and multiple modifications. You can also define the multiple operations that will make modifications in different files from your project. For example, you have some IDs that needs to be renamed in different files. You can do this also. So thank you. I hope I made a short overview of the Schematron QuickFix language, and if you have questions, I'd be glad to answer them. Thank you. So everything was clear. Yes?
This has been partly harder than me, so I should be carrying the microphone.
Thank you. This will help your fitness regime. Octavian, thank you. Did anything change in the last 2 years regarding the QuickFix implementation?
No. It's mostly stable now. So we had the first version, and then the second draft, we just added some new things. I could present also those. There are some additions related to generated automatically fixes. So you can, I don't know, just with one fix, generate multiple actions that will correct. For example, you say, okay, insert item 1, item 2, item 3. You can make like a for each and generate this information automatically. And the rest, yeah, it's pretty stable.
Hello, Octavian.
Hello.
Yesterday you told us about an extension coming to address specific substrings in text nodes. I'm very interested in this because our customers don't understand why you can address a paragraph but not a text inside a paragraph. Perhaps you can say a little bit how this will work.
Yes, there is Nico made an extension. So here it's a problem of, in fact, it's a problem from Schematron, because Schematron will not specify the location in the text exactly. And yeah, maybe we should go to that that GitHub page and propose something for this to be added to the Schematron specification. And I think one solution will be what Nico did. So he added on the assert and report an extension attribute that will specify with a regular expression the location of the text. So this will be a solution. Another solution may be just take the regular expression in case it's in the test and automatically try to highlight the content. So yeah, it should work also. The second one, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's doable, but it's not easy because in the test you can also match other things. So you need to determine exactly that there is a regular expression that will match some text and then will highlight. So yeah.
This is going to be tricky. Good luck.
Yeah, it's not easy. We try to find also a solution in Oxygen. It's not easy, but maybe it should be in the Schematron specification something, how to match parts of text in a document. Yeah, this is an enhancement proposal, and I will
has some comments.
speak to Nico to add maybe what he implemented, because I think it's okay.
George Bina from Oxygen.
Yes, please.
So one thing, I think Schematron has the subject attribute that changes the focus but now it's used to change the focus to another element.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that may be an option, I don't know, just thinking out loud, to be able to specify in that you want to focus on something within the text of the element or something like that. But oh, yeah. So maybe another attribute that maybe in a different namespace will be, but that can be done outside the standard, right? So you can recognize an extension attribute and say, okay, if this is present, I will take that into account and do something.
Yeah, the idea is that adding another attribute, adding another information there, it's possible that will confuse the user because he already typed the regular expression in the match, in the test, and then he needs to type it also in the subject or in other element or attribute to specify the location. So maybe it's better to detect directly from the test. I think this would be the best solution. Yeah.
So basically a simple implementation will look like if you have contains something, it will try to see, then highlight that term. But it will be just you will cover some cases, common cases that people use, not everything. So manage the expectations of the users. Yeah.
Some AI. So thank you very much.